What's poppin', everybody? Today I want to talk about LeBron James. Now, everybody's excited about which team LeBron James is going to go to. He's lost to the Golden State Warriors the past 2 years. And we all know that LeBron James is most likely going to leave the Cleveland Cavaliers. He came back. He did what he said he was going to do. He said he wanted to bring a championship to the city. He got it done. But unfortunately, since he won that championship, he's lost, 2 times, maybe 3 if I'm wrong. Please mistake me in the comments if I'm wrong. But, Kevin Durant decided to go to the Golden State Warriors, and now the Golden State Warriors are basically a dynasty. They're clearly much better than everybody else in the NBA. And LeBron James has a very big decision coming up on July 1st. And he's going to announce which team he's going to. So today I want to talk about what is the best team that LeBron James should go to. I've been watching ESPN, FS1, and I'm seeing most people say that most people believe that he's going to go to the Lakers. But most people are also saying that he should go to the Spurs or the Rockets. Now, I want to say, which team should LeBron James go to? And I think that this comes down to 3 teams. I don't think there's really any other chance, right? Let me say this. I do believe he's going to leave the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the reason why is because, he just hasn't been winning. I know that Cleveland is where he's from. That's where he grew up. But at the end of the day, he did what he said he was going to do. And I just think it's time to move on, man. The Cleveland Cavaliers are fucking garbage, man. Let's be real. The only reason they got to the finals is because of LeBron. J.R. Smith, this is probably the worst year J.R. Smith has ever had. He averaged like 2.3 points per game. Maybe J.R. Smith's been smoking the wrong strain of weed. I don't know what it is, but he's awful this year. Kevin Love he's a good player, but let's be honest, he's not a superstar like everybody thought he was. It's just that's reality. Obviously, Kyrie Irving left the team to go to the Celtics because a lot of people believe that he wanted to prove that he can win with his own team. And the Boston Celtics were pretty good this year. I mean, even without Kyrie Irving, the Celtics managed to get to the conference finals. So, back to the main topic. Which team is LeBron James going to go to? And it comes down to these 3 teams. The San Antonio Spurs, the Houston Rockets, or the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, the Los Angeles Lakers there's a very big possibility that LeBron James is going to go to the Los Angeles Lakers, and this is why. The reason why is because LeBron James already lives in Los Angeles. LeBron James' son is going to be going to a high school in Los Angeles where he's going to be playing basketball. And also, the Los Angeles Lakers have enough money to sign 2 superstars to max contracts. And a lot of people believe that Paul George is going to be playing for the Los Angeles Lakers next year. That's where Paul George grew up in LA. Holy shit. Oh, shit. My bad, y'all. It's raining like a bitch out here. All right, my bad. Back to what I was talking about. Sorry about that. So there's a big possibility that LeBron James is going to go to the Los Angeles Lakers with Paul George. But I'm going to tell you why I don't believe that's the team LeBron should go to. And this is why. The Los Angeles Lakers is a very, very young team. Lonzo Ball, he didn't really have a good year last year. Julius Randle had an amazing year. Kuzma had a great year. But that team is still very, very young. The Lakers are a very young team. And I believe if, let's say LeBron James and Paul George did team up, I still don't believe that's enough to beat the Golden State Warriors. You got to remember, this is the Western Conference, guys. LeBron James and Paul George, in my opinion, is just not enough to beat the Golden State Warriors. I don't think it's enough. And Paul George is a phenomenal player. But I just don't think that that's where LeBron James should go. I believe that if he goes to the Lakers, it would take more than Paul George to win a championship. They would probably have to get Paul George. They might have to try and get DeMarcus Cousins. And I believe that would be enough to win. But The reason why the Lakers are a high possibility is because they have the money to get him, and he already lives there. Now, let's move on to the next team. Let's talk about the Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets would be a great team for LeBron James to go to. It'd be great. We've seen the Houston Rockets almost beat the Golden State Warriors in the playoffs. And let's be honest, if Chris Paul never would have injured that hamstring, they would have beat the Golden State Warriors. I truly believe that. Houston Rockets, they were number 1 in the West last year. Well, this year that just passed. You know, they said they were coming out to beat the Warriors, and they almost did. You know, they got so lucky that Chris Paul messed up that hamstring and he wasn't able to play. I wish he could have played Game 7, but obviously the injury was very serious. So I think if LeBron James goes to the Houston Rockets, and then, you know, just look at the starting lineup. You have Chris Paul, James Harden, LeBron James, what's that nigga's name? Nene, and Capella, and you got damn, what's that other dude's name, man? I forgot the other chubby light-skinned dude's name. But the bench is gonna be solid too. On the bench, you're gonna have Trevor Ariza, Gerald Green, Eric Gordon. Oh my God! That just imagine if LeBron went to the Rockets. Like, if we're gonna be honest, right? That would probably be the best fit for him, because they already showed how good they were last year. They're only gonna get better. You know, and Chris Paul running that offense, like, we've never seen LeBron James play with a point guard like Chris Paul before. So I believe if LeBron goes to the Rockets, that team is going to be phenomenal. I could see them winning 2 or even maybe 3 championships. I think that'd be great. I think that would be a great move for LeBron. So next team, the San Antonio Spurs. I believe that this is the best team that LeBron should go to. If LeBron's going to go to any team to win championship rings, I believe the best team is the San Antonio Spurs, even more than the Houston Rockets. And the reason why I say that is because the San Antonio Spurs have the best coach in probably the history of the NBA, Greg Popovich. Not only that, they have a system. You know, the San Antonio Spurs are literally a contender every year for the past 10 years. They have, you know, LaMarcus Aldridge. They have Kawhi Leonard. They have Murray, the young point guard. They got Patrick. What's his name? Patrick Mills. Was that his name? Patty Mills. I believe that's his name. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I just feel like this would be the best team for LeBron because, you know, they have a system. Like, I think LeBron playing for Greg Popovich, because we've already seen LeBron say in interviews plenty of times how much respect he has for Greg Popovich. And we've seen what happens when LeBron doesn't have respect for a coach. Like, we've seen what happened where, you know, LeBron was not really getting along with David Blatt, and David Blatt ended up getting fired right before the playoffs. We've seen LeBron bump heads with, you know, a few of his coaches. But I feel like Greg Popovich, because of that system, like, it's the perfect scenario for LeBron. I really believe LeBron going to the Spurs would be the perfect fit. Because Greg Popovich with LeBron and Aldridge, and Aldridge had an amazing season last year. My only thing with the Spurs is that Tony Parker's looking a little bit old. I believe Tony Parker's a little bit washed up. You know, he's not a bad player, but I think Tony Parker is done. But, I mean, other than that, there's still a lot of great talent on that team. And them getting LeBron James, they might be able to maybe sign Dwayne Wade. Like, what if Dwayne Wade went to the Spurs and came off the bench? That would be a great scenario. So, coming to conclusion, the best realistic options for LeBron James, if he wants to win a championship ring, because we all know LeBron James doesn't play to look pretty. I mean, the guy stopped wearing his headband. He's showing off the hairline. Like, we know LeBron James isn't one of those guys that just plays basketball to get money. And, LeBron James plays because he wants to be the best. And he is the best. And he's been the best for a very long time. But, unfortunately, because of Kevin Durant being on the Golden State Warriors, LeBron James, going to a team like the Lakers or the Clippers or, the Celtics, that's just not going to get it done, unfortunately. he has to go to either the Houston Rockets or the San Antonio Spurs. And I believe the San Antonio Spurs is the best option for LeBron to go to. The second best option is the Houston Rockets. I wouldn't be mad if he went to either team. If you want to be honest, because of his relationship with Chris Paul, it might work out better with the Houston Rockets, because Chris Paul is still, a top 3 point guard in the NBA. I mean, the only people I can think that's better than Chris Paul is Stephen Curry and maybe Kyrie Irving. I still believe Chris Paul, even though Kyrie has a ring, Chris Paul, when it comes to being an all-around point guard, because Chris Paul can pass. Not only can he pass, but Chris Paul plays great defense. He's going to get you steals. And on top of that, the nigga can score. Excuse my language, but the nigga can score. The nigga can shoot threes. We seen what he could do. We seen how he was, crossing the shit out of Steph Curry and, hitting threes on his ass. We seen what was going on. So maybe I'm wrong. And I know, and that's why I want, everybody watching this video, leave comments and tell me which team you think LeBron should go to. The Houston Rockets or the Spurs? Because I believe it's the Spurs. I'm sorry. Greg Popovich, I believe they can get it done with the Spurs. Thumbs up this video. Leave comments. Let's debate. I'm gonna reply to every comment that's disagreeing. If you're agreeing, I'm still gonna, respond to you and, appreciate the love you guys are showing. And most importantly, man, click that subscribe button. And if you want, donate to the channel. Click one of the links in the box. And I'm out. Skirt.